it's Little Miss Coupons. It's Tuesday, I think the 28th or the 29th. Oh my god, my hair's always doing a weird thing. I'm outside of Walgreens. We're gonna go in, we're gonna do a Walgreens haul. We got, I think it is a multi-use booster because it says spend $45, earn $10 in Walgreens cash. Like each time you spend $45, it says earn $10 in Walgreens cash. So I think that is multi-use, which is pretty awesome. There is some really good deals going on that I want to get in on this week. I have a bunch of paper boosters that I want to use, but I also have a lot of Walgreens cash. So I haven't decided just yet if I'm going to be using these or if I want to build transactions up, use some Walgreens cash to pay to get a lower out of pocket. I am really hoping that the register reward machine is printing today because last Tuesday when I was here, it was not, and that totally stinks for getting a lower out of pocket. And I don't have a ton of time, like different days of the week to keep coming back. So, I guess we'll just have to see when we get in there if it's working. I didn't even check on Ibotta to see if we had any rebates to go along with any of the deals I want to do. But, you know, I guess we'll just see when we get in there. I am the queen of winging it, you guys. So that's all I have for you. Let's get in there. We're going to grab some awesome deals. But first, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It's totally free. Smash the like button while you're at it. Leave me a comment down below the video. Make sure your notification bell is turned on so you're notified when I post. And thank you guys so much for coming back to another video of mine. It is so great to be back. Let's get in there and grab some deals. All right, so the first deal I'm looking at this week is on the L'Oreal Cosmetics. It's on the Voluminous Mascara. So L'Oreal Cosmetics are buy one, get one 50% off. So we're gonna grab two of them. They're gonna be $10.99 and $5.49. Total is gonna be $16.48 for both. We have a $12 off two digital coupon. That's already gonna bring us down to $4.48. Then we also have a My Walgreens digital coupon, which is $2 off when you buy two. So it's gonna make these two just $2.48 for both, or $1.24 each, which is really great. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw these into one of my transactions today. All right, here's another deal for the Old Spice body sprays. You can do the deodorants, but they're a little bit more expensive. So I did, or you can do these sweat defense ones. These ones are actually cheaper. Let me check this. So these ones that are $8.49 are included in this deal that I was about to tell you. So we're gonna go ahead and grab those because those are the cheapest. So $8.49, buy one, get one 50. It's $4.24 for the second one. These are buy four, earn back an $8 register reward. So total for all four would be $25.46. We have a $5 off three digital. So at the register, you'll pay $20.46 out of pocket. You'll earn back an $8 register reward and then submit over to Ibotta for $2 back, a limit of 3 times. It's gonna make them all four a cost of $6.46 or just $1.41 each. I'm at about $41 for that first transaction, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to add in this deal. It's on the Palmolive and the Suavitel, so they're on sale for $2.49, buy two, earn back a $2 register reward. So we're going to go ahead and grab one of these Suavitels that are 25 ounces. We have a $1 digital for this, and then I'm going to grab one of these Palmolives, 20 ounces. We have a $1 digital for this. So these two are gonna be $4.98. We're gonna take $2 off in digitals. We'll pay $2.98, earn back $2, making them just 49 cents each. Okay, friends, so without the Dawn, I was at $46.92, but we do have that $2 My Walgreens coupon coming off, which is bringing us down to $44.92. So I threw in the Little Dawn. It's on sale for 99 cents this week. So that brings my total back up to $45.91. So we should be good to satisfy our digital booster. And throwing in this spend 35, earn 7, since I did not build my transaction up. We'll have $12 come off for the L'Oreal, $5 for the Old Spice, and $2 for the Palmolive. That should bring us down to $26.91. We should earn back an $8 register reward for the Old Spice, $2 register reward for the Suavitel and Palmolive, $10 for our digital booster, $7 for our paper booster, and $6 back on Ibotta for the Old Spice. It should make this transaction completely free and a $6.09 moneymaker. So I was just looking for my second transaction. I have the same digital booster. I think everybody got that booster at the shave foam because on this account, I still have a $3 off one only for you and then a $2 off two for the shave foam. And I only need a little bit more to be able to submit for that $15 back when you spend $50 for the P&G Visa rebate. And I think if I do this, I'll have just enough to get that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and pick up one of these for $7.49, And then I'm gonna pick up one of these, regular price at $5.99, and I'm gonna pick up one of these for a regular price $3.49. Now remember, they're buy one get one 50, and I'm only grabbing 3, so it's gonna be $7.49, $5.99, and $1.74. That's gonna bring our total to $15.22, and their spend 15, earn back a $5 register reward. We'll get $5 off in digitals, so we're gonna pay $10.22, earn back 5. It would make our cost $5.22 for these, but then I should be able to submit for that $15 Visa, which would make these 3 products actually like a $10 moneymaker. I was gonna do the shave foam, but I actually think I might switch this out and do some razors because I really don't have many razors in my stockpile anymore. I think what I'm gonna do is gonna go ahead and grab 2 of these Venus razors that are priced at $9.99. Total for these is going to come to $19.98. They are buy 2 earn back a $10 register reward, and I have a $5 off one. I think it's an only for you digital, so I actually pay $14.98 and earn back 10, making it a cost of $4.98 for both, or $2.49 each. But these should also qualify for that Visa rebate, which would make these also free and about a $10 moneymaker. So I'm gonna go with the razors instead of the shave cream, I think. You know what? I actually decided I'm gonna go ahead and do both of those deals today in this transaction. Noticed a bunch of clearance stickers over here, so I wanted to come check and see if there was anything good. This Cetaphil is all the way down to $7.99. We have a $2 digital, so you'd pay $5.99 and then submit over to Ibotta for $3 back, making it just $2.99. I'm gonna go ahead and use some Walgreens cash today to buy this. I'll use $5 in Walgreens cash and just pay 99 cents, then submit to Ibotta for the $3 back. But this is gonna be in a separate transaction. I just wanted to tell you guys I found it. All right, so I only need like $10 more to get me to my spend requirement. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the Colgate deal, the $5 ones that are buy 2 earn back a $5 register reward. We're gonna grab 1 toothbrush for $5. There's our $2 off one digital for that. And then I grabbed 1 toothpaste for $5 using a $5 off one, or a $2 off one digital, I'm sorry for that. So these 2 are gonna be $10. We'll get $4 off. We'll pay 6, earn back 5, making them $1.50 each. Okay, so my second transaction is the shave cream, the Venus, and the Colgate. Everything totals me $45.20. I actually think I'm going to do this transaction first because I'm getting more money and register rewards back. Then I can throw them into this transaction and lower my out-of-pocket there. But anyways, $45.20. We'll get 5 off for the Venus, 3 off for the shave cream, 2 off for the shave cream, and then $4 total off for the Colgate. That'll bring us down to $31.20. So that's what we're going to pay out of pocket because I'm not going to have any register rewards to use for this first transaction, which is fine. I have a bunch of money on my PayPal that I'm gonna use for that from Walmart. We'll get back a $10 register reward for the Venus, $5 register reward for the shave cream, $5 register reward for the Colgate, $10 for spending $45 for a digital booster. I have a second spend $35, earn 7, so we'll get 7 for our paper booster. Then I'm also gonna submit for that $15 Visa card for the P&G rebate, making that transaction free and a $20.80 moneymaker. That is amazing. So then when I go to do this transaction, I'll have $20 of register rewards to throw in. So I should only pay $6.91 out of pocket for that transaction, which is absolutely fantastic. So, yeah, that's going to save me a lot more money that way. I might throw together one more transaction, but let me take a look and see if I even want to do that. Friends, we have a bunch of different deals going on for the Crest. Well, not a bunch, but just 2 different ones. So it gets kind of confusing. Make sure you pay attention to what's tagged. But I was looking over here and I noticed that these small mouthwashes that are only $3.50 are part of this spend 12, earn $6. So I'm going to go ahead and grab one of these because I have a $3 off one digital for that. And then I went ahead and grabbed one of these deep stain removers. They're on sale for $10.99. They're part of spend 12, earn 6. I have a $4 off one digital for that. So these 2 are going to be $14.49, and then we're going to get $7 off. So we'll pay $7.49, earn back 6, making the 2 of these just $1.49 or like 75 cents each. I think I'm also going to get in on the other deal that's going on for the Crest. So some of them are on sale for $5, buy 2 earn back a $4 register reward. So I went ahead and grabbed one of these for $5. I have a $2 off one digital for this. And then this took me forever because I have a $3 off one digital. I think it might be only for you. It's attaching to this $5 floss, which is included in this deal. So these 2 are going to be $10. We'll have $5 come off. So we'll pay 5 and earn back 4, making them just $1.50 each. All right, so I'm back over in the L'Oreal section because I actually need some makeup for me because I ran out of some stuff that I need. So this is why I love couponing, because you can get the things that you actually need for pretty cheap. So this transaction is definitely gonna have a little bit of a cost, not much, which is awesome, but I am also gonna build it up. I just threw in the Colgate for this transaction, so I have a lot of oral care, and then we're gonna throw in some makeup. So they are buy one get one 50, like I said earlier. So I am gonna grab one of these True Matches that are $14.49. And then I am also gonna grab one of the True Match concealers. Those are $15.99. So it's gonna be $15.99 plus $7.24, I believe. It should be like $23.23 for these two. We have that $2 off to unlimited use Walgreens coupon, so it actually brings our total for that down to $21.23, I believe. And then I have a $10 off to only for you digital, so our cost for these two are gonna be like $12.23. But like I said, I'm throwing it into my transactions to work out a little bit better. So let me figure out what colors I'm grabbing and we'll go over the whole transaction. The total for this transaction here, all the oral care and the makeup, is $57.72. That $2 my Walgreens will come off, so that brings us down to $55.72. I'm going to use $10 in Walgreens cash, so it'll bring me down to $45.72. So we're good to satisfy our digital booster. So we're down to $45.72. We're going to get $7 off for this oral care set, $4 off for the Colgate, and then $5 off for the Crest, and $10 off for our Only For You digital for the makeup. So that'll bring me down to $19.72 to pay out of pocket. I will have $10 in register rewards from that second transaction to use here. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that. So I'm gonna pay just $9.72 out of pocket, but what we really spent out was $29.72. We'll earn back $10 in Walgreens cash. We'll get back a $6 register reward here, a $4 register reward here, and a $5 register reward here. It's gonna make my cost for my last transaction just $4.72. So we're gonna go up, cash out, call it a day, and we are crossing our couponing fingers that the machine is printing. So everything on the table was completely free and a $1.30 moneymaker, and that is with a huge mistake that I made with the Gillette shave cream. I did put a pop-up in the video telling you that you should not grab what I grabbed, but even with that mistake and missing out on $10 in Walgreens cash, it was still free and a $1.30 moneymaker. So let's go over my receipts and let me explain to you everything I did today so you can see how I ended up with all this stuff. All right, friends, here's my first receipt. So this is the one with the Old Spice. So there's the two of them, 50% off at $4.24. Then you see a L'Oreal at 50% off at $5.49. You see a Suavitel at $2.49, Palmolive at $2.49. The Dawn I threw in at 99 cents. The L'Oreal full price at $10.99. And then you do see the $1 IVCs. There's the two Old Spice at regular price, $8.49 each. I had them scan a spend 35, earn 7 paper booster. So then you see, I actually did this transaction second because I did use a $10 and a $5 register reward. Then you see the $12 for the L'Oreal come off, $5 for Old Spice, $1 for Palmolive, $1 for Suavitel. Subtotal came down to $11.91. So what I spent out was $11.91 plus $15 in register rewards. So I spent out $26.91. I got back $17.45 in Walgreens cash, $10 for digital, $7 for paper. $6 on Ibotta for the Old Spice, an $8 register reward for the Old Spice, and a $2 register reward for the Palmolive. So that made this a $6.54 moneymaker. Here's my next transaction. This is actually the last one I did in the video. So you see the L'Oreal True Match, $7.49 with the $1 IVC. Two of the Colgates at $5 each. The Oral-B at $5. Another Colgate at $5. Oh, a Colgate and a Crest was up here, sorry. Then the other Crest at $10.99, the Crest at $3.50, that's a mouthwash, and then the other L'Oreal at $15.99, which is full price with that $1 IVC. So I used an $8 and a $2 register reward here. My $10 off too for the L'Oreal Only For You came off. Then we have the $4 for one of the Crest, a $3 for the Crest, a $2 for the Crest, and then two $2 for the Colgates. So everything came off. Subtotal came down to $22.97. I did roll in $10 in Walgreens cash. So pre-tax, we spent out $12.97. But what we really spent out was $32.97 because we had 10 in register rewards and 10 in Walgreens cash. We earned back $10.45 in Walgreens cash for our digital booster. There was a rebate on Ibotta for the Crest toothpaste for 25 cents back. Then I got a $5 register reward for the Colgate, a $6 register reward for spending $12 on the Crest, and then another $4 register reward for the Crest. So it ended up making this transaction a cost of $7.27, which I was really happy about because I was able to get the makeup that I needed for myself. So I actually ended up doing this transaction first. This is the one that I messed up on. So you see the Gillette shave cream at $2.99, and then the 2 Venus at $9.99. Colgate $5, Colgate $5, a Gillette at $7.49 shave cream, and a Gillette at $3.49 for the shave cream. So those did not ring up how I thought they were going to ring up. So they ended up not totaling me $15, which screwed this whole transaction up. So let me keep going. I'll show you where. So I had her scan a spend 30 earn 7 paper booster. $5 came off for the Venus. $3 came off for one of the shave cream, $2 came off for the other 2 shave cream, and then 2 and 2 for Colgate. Subtotal came down to $29.95. We earned back $7.43 in Walgreens cash, $10 register reward for the Venus, $5 for the Colgate, and we didn't get $5 back for the shave cream, but the person in front of me didn't take their $5 register reward, so the cashier gave it to me. So I did actually end up getting that back, which was really cool. So I just put it in here. Then I was able to submit for a $15 P&G Visa, which made this transaction a $12.48 moneymaker. It would have been a $22.48 moneymaker had I got the $10 for spending $45, but I didn't. I could have returned it and did it again, but I just decided to let it go since it was still a moneymaker anyways. So then I noticed that a lot of my register rewards were only lasting until 8/3, and I was not going to make it back to the store by then, but the Colgates were lasting until 8/12. So I took my 2 register rewards that were only lasting till 8/3, and I rolled them. Let me find the receipts here. Right here, I did these 2 transactions on 2 of my other accounts. So for this one, I did 2 Colgates at $5. I used the $4 off 2 digital here, and then I used my $4 register reward that was going to expire on 8/3. I had $2 left to pay, so I just used $2 in Walgreens cash. So we spent out $6, earned back our $5 register reward that doesn't expire till 8/12, making this only $1. And then this transaction, same thing, 2 Colgates. I had a $6 register reward I used, and then the 2 $2 coupons. Brought my subtotal down to 0. So again, we spent out 6, got back 5, made that $1. Here's my Cetaphil receipt at $7.99. So I had that $5 register reward that she gave me was a store coupon. I used it here. So $5 off there, $2 digital. Subtotal was 99 cents. I just used $1 in Walgreens cash to pay, and then I paid like 25 cents out of pocket or whatever. But pre-tax, we spent out $5.99, submitted to Ibotta for $3 back. That made this a cost of $2.99. And then the other crazy thing that happened was somebody else didn't take a $3 store register reward, so she gave it to me. So I grabbed 2 of my favorite juices. They're 2 for $6. I used that $3 store register reward. Subtotal came down to 3. I just used 3 in Walgreens cash. So pre-tax, it made it a cost of $3. And then I looked in the recycling bin, and I found 2 of those $5 Hallmark coupons, right? So I ended up going and grabbing a thank you card. I don't know. It might be this. Yeah, this one. The thank you cards for $5.99. Used that $5 Hallmark coupon. It worked fine. Just redeemed $1 in Walgreens cash. So technically, pre-tax, this was only a cost of 99 cents. And then the other one I used on a bag that was $5.49. I wanted to see if it would work. It did. Subtotal came down to 49 cents. So I just paid that with some change I had in my purse. So cost was 49 cents. And then another one printed from somebody because I just kept going back up to the register. I didn't do it all at once. So she gave me that one. And so I grabbed 2 of the cards that were $3.99, not knowing they're buy one get one $50. So $3.99 and $1.99. Used the $5 register or the $5 Hallmark coupon, and subtotal came down to 98 cents. So those 2 cards are just 98 cents. And then it printed me another Hallmark coupon. But I was like, dude, I've been up to this register so many times today. I'm just done. So I do have that for next time I go to the store. But yeah, lots of receipts today, lots of explanation. All right, friends, so I know that was a lot going over the receipts, but that's everything I was able to pick up today from Walgreens for completely free and a $1.30 moneymaker. So happy savings to all of you. Here's Landon again. Hiya! Say if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Landon, say please subscribe.
Please subscribe.
Smash the like button.
Smash it.
Make sure your notification bell is turned on.
Turn it on.
And leave me a comment down below.
Boo.
Okay, he's just speaking his own language. But thank you guys so much for choosing to watch. Happy savings to all of you. Bye. I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.